Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. Welcome to day 9, I almost forgot what day it was on, of the July Postcard Play Open Collaboration. All the rules are down below. I make 2 cards, one to keep for myself and one to give away. This open collaboration is hosted by Carrie Griffiths, aka Carrie the Crafter. Most of you know of him. A lot of you came from his channel. I don't know why I'm doing my edges first, but apparently that's what I decided to do. Working with these because I don't love them. I don't love the orange with the it's iridescent gold. No, it's the iridescent golden iridescent bronze is what it is. And then I had used a hold on, I'll show you what I used. I used this, which is just a piece of fun foam that I used a pen or whatever. I think I used a pen, and then the pen ran out of ink, which is why you don't see the ink on all of it. Just to make a texture plate kind of a deal for the gel plate. And then I had done there's a leaf stencil from Pam Artist Studio, which is better shown on this. What that leaf stencil looks like. See, this one, I don't want to do anything to that one. That one, I just love the way it is. So I'm not sure this one will end up in here. In the postcard challenge, it may just end up in a journal someday or in front of a card or something. I don't know. I just love it the way it is. All right. So I just did an orange one 2 days ago. So I don't really want to do orange anyway. So I'm going to use a transparent golden fluid acrylic to change the color. I don't know why I put this water here. I got clean water, so it just kind of ended up there is why that's there. So I do know why, but you know. And this does have, well, you can't see that. I need to clean the plate. This has some stuff from the 6th when I did the one from the 6th. And so I think in order to have it be on both of them, I will kind of do part of the card and then I don't know, or I'll just do it in the book again. I don't know. I'll figure it out. They won't be exactly the same. That's all. This is what I'm looking. And if you are wondering, if you're thinking about getting into gel plating, you want to get a speedball brayer. They're the red handle with the tan brayer. They cost more, but it's worth it. Believe me. I've used cheap ones. I've even used the Tim Holtz ones. These are by far my favorite. I think they have them in the 2 inch. Well, you know, usually if it's 2, 4, and 6 inch, they've got, which actually means they've got it like just under 4 inches, just under 2 inches, because that's just the way. That is just the way brayers work. They are never in whole number. They're always a tiny little bit of a fraction. I'm getting a really thin layer on there because I just want to get a glaze of sorts. So just grabbing a piece of paper that was behind me just to grab those outside edges of that, which will add some interest to that side if it ends up being, both sides end up being used. And what is nice is that I still have the old one, so you can see the difference between the old one and the new one. And I'm okay that a little orange still shows through because I like some pink and orange. Well, it's not quite, it's violet, right? I wonder if I should do magenta on the other one, see if I like that better. Or different, maybe not better. Where's the magenta? Oh, the reason I haven't bought a big magenta yet is because I still have the little fluid acrylic magenta. But one of these days, I'm going to get I want to get the fluid acrylic magenta, but I still have the high flow. The ones with these tops are high flow. The ones with whether they're this size or the one end size, these are the fluid acrylics, and the ones that are like this are the high flow acrylics. These just are, they're like this said, so these are more fluid than the regular acrylic paints, and this is even more fluid, hence the high flow. And if you want to try them out, I suggest finding a set. That's what I did with these. I got them on sale. It was like a set of 10, and they usually come in 1 ounce things, because by themselves a 1 ounce can be like really expensive, but you do save. That's not what I want. You do save a little bit by buying a set. All right, so this one's actually a high flow. Yeah, high flow. Oh my word. Did I shake it? I think I shook it. That's a lot. That's more than I need. But they're also like fairly transparent. I think I need to, oh, and also the high flow ones are more apt to do this beading thing on the plate. So yeah, I want to order the fluid acrylic in magenta. I can't believe I don't have the magenta. I'm really quite surprised. All right, let's do this one. Just pull this over again, or I could even just use a book page or tissue or whatever. And just hold what was next to me. And that's wet, so that's just gonna keep getting in my face, on my hands, not in my face. Well, if I touch my face with my hands that have wet paint on it, then yes, it will. And yeah, see, and then that got on there, which is just gonna make interest later on. This is very, what Patricia Camera Studio calls mealy, because that's a lot of like brayering and whatnot. I think this is a piece from the hashtag How Do You Do challenge. If you want to go check out that, you can just check out the hashtag How Do You Do, and basically Cheryl from the Whole Bucket sent out the same items to 5 of us. So with her, that was 6 people, and look, it left a transfer, and we all made something with these same things. That one was less transparent, but I think I like what happened to it better, so I'm going to go over this with the magenta as well. As soon as I figure out where the heck I threw it. I throw things. I mean, but it could be right in front. Oh, there it is. I did. I literally threw that right in front of me. I could have gone quinacridone nickel azo gold to make it a more of an orange that I like. Should I let that bead up? Just kind of letting some of the, some people call it crazing when it starts to spread like that, and some people call it something else, but I can't think of what. All right, I'm just gonna brayer that down. Sometimes I'll do this, but when my shoulder's hurting, I don't do that, and that's where the Baron comes in. Did I show you? Oh, this is the Baron. So, well, if there wasn't paint on there, then I could like press down with the Baron. This one comes from Anthony Cody. He's always linked down below in the description box. So this one's more pink because it had the violet down first, and this one's more like of a coral because it went straight on the orange, and I like both. I like them both much better now than I did, and I like this little bit of grunge that's happening, and it has pushed back some of the, it's pushed back, everything's pushed back. Everything's totally pushed back, but that's okay. I like it better now. And do I want to do anything else? I don't know. I like them a lot better now, though. So yeah, if you have something that you don't love, you can take a transparent paint and just do a glaze over it so that you still see some of that stuff back there, but it's pushed back a lot. And because that had the metallic, it still shows a little bit shiny. I don't know if you can see that or not. Alright, definitely like these better. Now what do we want to put on them? That is the question. I know, I just want to put white doodly flowers on like everything. This just seems to be, I just kind of want to do that with everything, but I'm trying to do something different every day. So let me look in mustache. Now these are going in 2 very different directions. Not sure how that happened, but they are highly different directions. But I do have a frame on each one, and I have one of Roxy Creations labels on each one. I'm not sure. I think maybe that one. And I think that's the one I want. I like that it had some yellow in it. So he's orange, just kind of to. Oh, and this one I had thought about using this one on here, which would have been a good option too. But I just can't get away from this doll. This doll just really wants to go on there. So just sometimes that's just what it is. Sometimes like a card, it's just, it tells me. I don't know. It just does. I know that's weird. Some of you it's not weird because you have the same thing happen. I need to find one of my coffee inks. So yeah, some people I think do have that where they're what they're working on kind of talks to them and gives them direction and tells them which way to go. I don't know. And sometimes like the frames, I'm just like, oh, there's the frames. Let me pull that box out and see if there's anything I want to use in there. So that's where these are similar. They've got the frame and they've got a Rachel. I don't know if this is a sticker or if it's just on cardstock. It might just be on cardstock. Yeah, it's just on cardstock. It's one way to tell. Alright, let's just go ahead and glue this down. Glue this baby down. And I do not know where these frames came from. They most likely came from, I buy things from Manu Design Studio on, it doesn't look straight, but we're just going to have to live with it because I used art glitter glue. Are we crunching her up a little bit? Oh, I need to cut out her arm. Manu Design Studio on Etsy, I get some of my pictures from. This is from Lily something. I'll link her below. If I forget, just remind me. But she has a bunch of paper dolls that are fun to play with. They're for personal use only. So, you know, I can't sell them and stuff, but I can give it away. I might let you, whoever wins, choose which one they want, because some people might be freaked out by dolls and some people don't like nature animals. I don't know. And I'm going to glue everything down except her arm, because I might have her hold something. Because when I was cutting out that part under her arm, I was like, ooh, if I won't have to use the, what's the word? The sharp thing to cut out the thing if I just cut along the dress. And that seemed to work out nicely. And so then I can kind of, she does have some 9s on her, but I don't really want to do a big circle on the 9 on her dress. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Do I want to ink these edges? I don't know. We'll just hit it. Take a lick at a stick. So I'm thinking, if I could find like a little book and put the number 9 on it and have her hold it, that might be kind of cute. I don't know if I have a book that size. I have a stamp. I have book stamps. And I know I have the book stamps. That's all. I don't know what else I have. I might have some book pictures, but they'd probably be too big. We'll get a head on her. I know. She's freaking you out with no head, isn't she? I mean, some people get freaked out by the head on the dolls. My aunt had a doll, and it sat in this little children's chair in the basement, and it always was a little creepy to me. I don't know why. Because I had dolls growing up. They were never creepy, but this one for some reason was. Maybe it's one from she had when she was a kid. I don't know. Although it might have been one that her late husband's late wife had as a kid. I don't know. She kept some things that were... In fact, most of the sewing stuff I got from that aunt had originally belonged to his previous wife who had passed. So, my aunt was super nice though. She is super nice. She's still alive. She's remarried now. Her husband died of cancer. Y'all didn't need to know all that. His cancer was probably caused by Agent Orange. Just saying. Yeah, I went there. I was thinking about putting that back there, but now the gel print, we want more of the gel print to show, right? Let's give this lady a head. She needs to be able to see the world. And I went ahead and used the porcelain head doll, and I'm going to do like, what's her name? Like a lot of, I think, is it Diane Reevely? This keeps happening. Or the other one that does the paper dolls. Dina Wakely or Diane Reevely. Which one of those does the paper dolls? And she breaks the neck, so to speak, just to give them that quirky little... So we're not putting the head on perfectly. I do want it to cover the neck part, though. The neck's not tall enough on that, just saying. So she's got kind of a linebacker neck. Alright. Need to find something that I can put the number 9 on that she can hold. It can even be like a purse. Like, isn't there like a brand name that has the word 9 in it? Alright, I found my book stamps. I'm not sure how I feel about the book or not. I mean, it kind of looks like she's holding it in her hand, right? I mean, it seems kind of heavy though. Oh my word. Alright, so these stamps came from one of the subscription boxes from Your Creative Studio. That's, this goes, which way does it go? Why is this so hard? It goes that way. And then it goes that way. Okay. That's why. Okay, there we go. I did it. I can do this. Everything's fine. Fine, fine. Everything's fine. So, yeah. Let me see if I can find a tiny 9 somewhere. I'm not going to find a stamp the right size, so I just put a 9 on there, and I'm just going to glue this into her hand and glue her arm down and all the things. She's just going to be carrying a random stamped book. Glue the back of that. And I used the map page just so it would kind of give it some... Oh, we need to know that it's a 9 though. And if it's sideways, who will know? We won't know if it's a 9. There we go. How's that work? Does that work? There. The 9's on there. Her head is weird. It's okay. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So there is that one. Now let's do the one with the fox. See, that's what I do. I throw things. It's a bad habit. Don't do that. Don't get into that bad habit that I'm in. I just want it out of my way so I can move on to the next thing. It's just who I am. I'm just like, up, next. Done with that. Next. So gonna use a frame on this one. Went with the wood frame because, you know, it's a fox. But I don't think that I want it. Well, you know, actually, I might go ahead and center it. I don't center much. If you've been around, you know, centering is not something that I generally do. So this is kind of a more corally color. More of the orange shows through the pink. So I'm kind of bringing back the original orange. That was the background that we were trying to fix. In fact, I might put that as part of the title or the what is it called? Thumbnail. How to fix the gel plate print. I don't know. That doesn't sound quite like how to revamp, how to improve, how to fix, improve. They mean the same thing, right? Am I still in camera? Let's hope so. Yeah, I peeled it up so half the glue doesn't want to glue anymore. So, you know, this is just thin paper. I could have just used glue stick, probably. Although on acrylic paint, sometimes glue stick is not your friend, so. But getting the corners down, that's the important part. And I think I want this one down at the bottom. And I want to stick this in here. Did I already ink this? Now this one, there's a 9 on this, and I think I'm just gonna carefully circle it with something. So, just kind of want that. It would have worked for 3 too, because the 3 is red. And stick this here. I'm not worrying about perfection or anything like that. I am folding these labels over, but they probably won't show in the end because I'll probably cover the backs, because these are actually a little bit thinner. But if I don't, that's okay too. I'll come over a little bit. But I still kind of want this black here. I don't want it to line up with that frame though. I have issues with things lining up. I do not like them to line up. I don't know why. I don't know why that's an issue for me. But weirdly, it is. Alright. So, good. The 9 still shows. I wonder if I could... Nope, this is opaque, isn't it? Yes, that's definitely opaque. Alright, let's go ahead and... I know my hands are a mess. They got glue, they got paint, they got all the stuff all over them. So I'm trying to get balance. So this is heavy up here, this is heavy down here, and then he's going to the right a little bit. He even might, and I don't want that sticking out over. So his ear is gonna cover where that corner comes so that, except for I also want his face, but no, we're just gonna, can't have it all the ways. You can't have all the, unless his face was bigger. Or if I was more careful about how I place stuff, but I wasn't. I just put stuff down and hope for the best. Because sometimes that's just what you gotta do. You gotta put stuff down and hope for the best. Although I could even, just wanna make sure his ear is all the way on the card. On the card. I mean, it's on the card, but not on the card because the glue, it wasn't gluey enough. Alright, this is what happens when you throw stuff. It comes back in your face. Now I need something down here. Maybe a stamp. So maybe I won't need to circle the 9. Maybe I can find a stamp with a 9 on it. Alright, I got a 6 and a 3. There were no 9s. I mean, there's a 29 and I could like do black over the 9, but the problem with that is it's pretty much the same flower as that, so I wouldn't want it right there. I could put it there, and I am thinking about putting it there. But we do have the 6 and 3 is 9. We do have a 9 there, and I could like really like with the skinniest pen I could find. I know Carrie did a red ring around his number when he did it like that, but I might just do a really skinny marker that I might have somewhere. Somewhere was like right next to me. So I'm just gonna circle that 9. I might even, let's see, can we just color in the 2? Yeah, that's what I thought about doing before. Hey, I think that works. So there's a 9 up there now too. And 6 plus 3 is 9. There's like 9s all over the place. We got the 9s covered. To the 9s. And I know, I don't usually do things at angles, but I don't like that guy's face. These are my favorite stamps. The ones that, oh wait, was I going that way or was I going, no, I think I need to go that, I think, crap. I didn't say that. That was your imagination. I think he was supposed to go this way. There we go. So that one can go that way. And go up a little bit. It's okay if his collar shows. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, the ones that are just the numbers are my favorite. And of course, those are like, they're not copyrighted, so I can put them in my digitals, which is nice. So there we go. Do I want to ink it? I've been inking them. I mean, all I'm going to do by inking it, I'm just taking off that the white core. So we started out with 2 very similar bases and ended up with 2 very different postcards, which I find interesting that, you know, they started out the same and then we tried to like, you know, make them a little bit better and then they just dictated to me what they wanted and they were 2 very different things. And of course I don't have, I mean, I could print out 2 of the exact same things and do the exact cards if I wanted to, but I don't wanna. So there we go. I hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you.